So this is St John's Church, and it's in Cumbria, St John's. And as you can hear, it's on quite a busy main road. So this is the actual wall, and a bit further along we come to the gate. So let's just have a look over the wall again, different angles. So it's like autumn a little bit because the leaves are falling off the trees, and say it's quite a busy main road. And so this is the entrance. So in the cemetery you've got some Commonwealth graves, you know. Usually there's a sign on graveyards and churches, and they tell you that people who died in the war are buried there. Sometimes there's only one or two people. So this is a monument for the dead of the war. And so if we go back a bit, you can see the church as well on the monument. They sort of fit beautifully, don't they, you know? And there's poppies, you know? I think poppies, Remembrance Day, and opium, I think. So it seems to grow on undisturbed ground. So the windows of the church look very good. I mean, they've been covered with some sort of plastic, I think. But behind that is the stained glass windows. On the front of the church here, there's a couple of graves. And there's some flowers, so somebody obviously tends the graves there. And generally the brickwork seems not to be too bad. It's obviously not very well maintained, this church, because of the ivy growing on it, you know. So if we just look from, it's another view as a cross. Now that could be actually a Celtic cross, Celtic, I don't know, you know. I'm not really up on crosses. Maybe you'd like to leave it in the comments, you know. So you can see, let's go through this part here. What's going on here? So you can see like some water damage there. I think that's water damage in the wall. And the windows are well covered to stop angles. But the guttering seems to be working, that's a nice thing. So it's on a busy main road. (2009), so that was quite recent. 2012, yeah. So the gutters sort of damaged there, and possibly that's a slate off the roof, and locked. I don't know why I tried those. Maybe if it was open I'd have a look inside and it could all end up differently. So generally, I don't know about the roof there. I'm not a roofer, but it seems to be a hole in it there, a couple of holes, and this ivory, and obviously the windows are boarded up, and it seems to have a crypt, I think they call it. You don't call it a basement. There's like an air vent there for it. As we go along, there's a tower, which you can see. It doesn't have any clock or anything, and it's obviously got a lot of weeds going out. So these windows at the top there, these ones are not actually got nothing to protect them on. They seem to be clear windows. I presume they were an add-on. And these were stained glass windows. And there's a sign there, 24-hour video recording. I don't actually believe it, but sad world, isn't it, when, you know, and if you believe in religion and you believe in God, you know, this is God's house and people are breaking the windows. So that chimney looks quite new. So the thing about these are seagulls in the sky there, seagulls, because we're not that far from sea. I think they make that noise because they're looking for a partner. I wonder if you just do it once or they like stay together for life. So there's another door there. It's a small door, and I presume that goes up to the tower and to the bells. I presume the church has bells. Very narrow entrance, isn't it? And so here is the crypt down below, and we can see him there. Don't know what you can see there, probably nothing. There's another door. And over the other side of the wall there are houses. And that's like the church hall there. It's quite a modern building. We're going to have a look at that in a minute. So let's see. Keep going back. So again, I point out the sky. It's sort of a grey day, isn't it? It's quite a big building. So that's quite weird, look at that, it's like a light in there. Very strange. So there's the entrance. And so it says on it there, St. John's Hall. Which is a hall. You can see inside there. Pray for all ill, mercy God. We trust your tender care. Those in pain, knowing whether they are in dangerous threats. So, I have looked at this hall before once. And what is the really sad thing is that windows are broken. Well, they've tried to break them, the double glazed windows, and just like potholes in them, like bullet marks for kids throwing stones at them. It's sad, isn't it? That's the hall. And here we'll get to see a better angle on the church. Believe it or not, that's a supermarket there. It's the Co-op supermarket. That's the hall, and down there is the cemetery, St. John's Cemetery, which I previously made a video of, and maybe you want to watch the video. It's quite a modern cemetery in a way, and it doesn't have many really big gravestones or memorials, but it's worth a look. I thought so. The trees are nice, aren't they? So there it is, St John's Church, Cumbria.